This is my Odyssey Argos. I've had it for about 7 months, I think, and I thought I'd just do a video on some of the things that are broken or don't seem to be working. Some of this was from day one, but I thought I'd wait anyway in case more stuff, it became apparent that more stuff didn't work, and sure enough the lights stopped working, and so figured I could just do one support request and maybe get one package sent with replacement parts. I don't know, maybe that was stupid, maybe I should have just reported stuff as I discovered it. First thing is the steam wand knob was shattered, well not shattered but broken into a few different pieces on arrival. A little bit of it fell out of the box, or maybe it was a bag, I can't remember. I guess it was at the edge of the box, so maybe it makes sense that that would be the first thing to break if there was a pressure on the box. Anyway, I can still use it. A bit uncomfortable and a bit hot sometimes, but it still works. The other thing is this, you might notice I have to hold in the analog pressure gauge metal tube as I use it, otherwise it squirts out boiling hot water onto the wall or onto me, which is not very pleasant. It seems to click in there's about 3 different levels of it clicking in there. If I do that, maybe I shouldn't be doing that, but there's about 3 different levels, and that is definitely the furthest in, but it will still pop out if I use it. So I have to hold it in, and then I put this on here just for a bit of safety. So maybe that I can get some kind of replacement seal or whatever it is that might be wrong there, and a replacement one of those, hopefully. I don't think there's much you can do about this, but I'll just tell you that this side panel was sticking out much more than it is now on arrival, and pressing it would trigger the button mechanism. So it turns out this ring was jammed all the way that way into the button mechanism, and then the panel was glued against it, and so pushing the side panel would trigger the button mechanism. Eventually, after pushing this a little bit, being like, surely it should be, because it was even more sticking out, eventually it all came apart, and so now it's not quite as bad, and it just spins freely. I guess the solution is to just glue this back on. So I guess there's nothing to really send for that, but I just thought I'd let you know in case there's some kind of special glue you have or something. All the lights have stopped working except the low water one. I'm not sure that it always works, but it seems to work as of today when I tried it. But these two don't work, so I can't tell whether it's ready or heating up, and I can't tell whether it's in steam mode or normal mode. What else? The drip tray is not great, but I think that might just be working as intended. This way up in particular, it doesn't seem like it fully fits in all the way around, like it just never seems to quite go in. This way is much better, I find, and you can pretty much, get it in, and then it doesn't, that's not too bad, but the tiniest bit of pressure, anyway, if that isn't how it's supposed to be, or if you've improved it, I would happily receive a replacement for that. But if that's how it's supposed to be, then it's not the worst, it's not the end of the world. And the boiler cap gauge got quite steamy at one point, and now it doesn't go down to 0. I'm pretty sure it used to go down to 0. Not a huge deal, but if it's supposed to go down to 0, it's not doing that anymore, and so I guess that's broken. I think that's about it.